Hello there. This is Zaid Al Shahid, also known as Skeleton Raven. I do uh, art for video games and also some technical art and just kind of an all around guy. Uh, Currently a senior artist and a technical artist at Tactile Studios, and I do still technically work for Team Goodnight. Uh, so I wanted to talk about something that I encountered yesterday with an intern of mine. Brilliant intern. She is doing great and uh, the, learning very fast. But as we were talking about creating some textures, I came to a realization that a lot of courses are not teaching a lot of skills that any kind of artist that would need, especially if you're a digital artist. Okay, if you're doing 3D art for video games, if you're doing even 2D art, any kind of like art related, digital art related for video games. Okay, so if you are using Photoshop, okay, and if you're not, even if you're not using Photoshop and you're just like trying to get your hands dirty, okay, and learn about things, uh, try to go and take a short course for graphic design. Okay, graphic design and multimedia. This course it might not relate to the thing that you want to learn. Okay, which is video game art. Uh, yes, but in many ways it does. Okay, it's going to teach you a lot of tricks that would help you create better hand painted textures. Okay, it's going to help you learn tools that will allow you to do better user interface. Okay, and it's just in general, it's going to teach you a lot of tricks that you're not aware of. Uh, Yesterday, as I was talking to my intern, I realized that she was not aware of the layer styles in Photoshop, and this is a very powerful tool. She has a software, she's using it, but she's not aware of what the layer style is. And yesterday, it just blew her mind. And when I was showing all of these tricks, and then uh, prior to that, I noticed that other interns are not aware of how to use noise generators in Photoshop. Okay, and this concept is very, very important, especially if you're going to be doing any kind of texture art or effects. Okay, learning this on a very basic level is going to help you carry all of these concepts to 3D and texturing and doing effects. Okay, so, for example, there's this common trick, at least common. Okay, so yeah, back to the point. There's this common trick that you can create wood. Okay, wood texture out of nothing, literally out of nothing, in Photoshop, which you use a noise generator. So you generate noise, then you give it a motion blur, and then you use a liquify to start yeah, moving the noise around to create these patterns. So and then after that, of course, you change the color with a gradient mapping. And all of this talk, when I'm like telling the interns before, like, yeah, you can do that. And I was like talking all of these terms, and they were confused. Like, what? And I'm like, I sat down and I had to show them how and how they can use it. It just blew their mind. They did not realize that this thing can happen. Someone can do this. And this was the start of me like, huh, they don't know that, like these are basic tricks. But then I realized where I learned these basic tricks. As I was talking to my intern yesterday, I learned that off of a website that was teaching Photoshop graphic design tricks back in the 2003 2004. I think I bought it on a CD or a DVD. And and that is where really it really hit me. It was like, okay, kids are not learning this anymore. They're they're being taught Substance Painter. They take Substance Painter things and they just throw it there. They throw the material and they just use smart material to create, like, get the seating out of the way, just create a couple of layers, and that's it. But they don't know how these things actually function on a very basic level. Uh, uh, Another thing for normal maps. Okay, normal maps, it has like it's three colors, and three colors are representing 0 and 1, and each is representing for one direction on the 3D space. And to get a top-down lighting using a normal map or a world space normal, you can get different light effects on your render, and they don't know that. And that is when I show them that trick, it's just like they lose their shit. So I think if you are a student, okay, who's learning 3D, learning game art, please go and try to take a side course or just learn about graphic design and multimedia in general. Okay, on the side, it will allow you to have far more better understanding on how to manage your textures, how to create things. Okay, even without the software package that you usually work with. And all of these concepts are going to help you in creating shaders in your game. It's going to help you in generating textures in a fast manner. And there is so much behind it that you can just pick up from other different disciplines and add it to the discipline that you're currently doing. So if yeah, again, I sound like a broken record. Try to approach different disciplines to learn a lot from them. I did pick up a lot of things when I was like following VFX work, and even in photography, lighting, whatever it is. Just try to learn and expand on your knowledge as much as you can, because it will come back and help you in your discipline that you're working with. But yeah, again, Photoshop, graphic design, these things. Even if you're not using Photoshop, you go learn from that software. Maybe there is something there that you can pick up for a different software. Same goes for 3D softwares, Maya, 3ds Max, old, very very old softwares. Okay, even if the button does not is not the same, even if the techniques is not called the same, maybe you'll pick up something that they did before that you were not aware of today, and you can actually utilize that skill. So try to go for that as well. Don't be afraid to explore. Don't limit yourself to whatever they're going to be teaching you in your course. The course has a very limited time, very specific curriculum, and maybe at some point they have a bad curriculum and they don't teach you the proper things. I had students who are studying game art who never imported an asset into a game engine because they removed asset implementation from their course. So that is terrible. That is just terrible curriculum. As a game artist, you're supposed to at least know how to import your asset into the engine and make it look nice. So yeah, here you go. So you might have a bad curriculum. You might have a curriculum that is like very focused on one thing. So don't stick to that. Just go outside your course and learn things that are not related to your course, but they're like close to to the discipline that you're working with. If you're an artist, every art in the on the plane of creating art and digital art is just like it's something that you can get a use of. You never know what will be useful. And yeah, that's it. I just wanted to talk about that, and maybe this video is going to be helpful. I don't know, but yeah, that's it. This is Zaid. Over and out.